I've been playing through the classic Mega Man games all over again thanks to the Mega Man Legacy collections. And I recently played through 9 and 10 again. And well, I'm yearning for more Mega Man. So I decided I'd watch my buddy Matt Ezero's Mega Man fan game videos to see if I could find any other new releases.
My name is Matt, and it's time for me to don the moniker of Rainbow Man to showcase some more awesome fan-made Mega Man creations. Here we go!
And I'm watching his second video, and I just haven't found anything that really feels like a true Mega Man experience. I don't know. I guess I'll never get to play Mega Man 11 like I've always wanted.
But doesn't that fan game Street Fighter Cross Mega Man count towards something?
No, it was more about Street Fighter than Mega Man. Plus, I already reviewed that one years ago.
Well, you've obviously already played Mega Man Unlimited, right?
No. Wait, why am I talking to you through your video? Am I hooked on goofballs and wackadoos again?
I don't even know how to respond to that. Just keep watching the video.
If you took a sample of retro enthusiasts and asked them to name one fan game based on the Blue Bomber, the most common answer would probably be Mega Man Unlimited. Megaphil X's ambitious adventure took 5 years to produce, and the results clearly speak for themselves. From the Metal Beyondward's title screen image to the expectation-subverting plot, Unlimited takes the player on a non-stop, adrenaline-pumping, epically badass roller coaster ride.
God!
Sizzling circus! This looks incredible!
Really?
Sorry about that, dude. Mega Man makes me squirt.
So not the right choice of words there.
Matt, I gotta ask, why has nobody been talking about this game really other than you? Am I just late to the party? I gotta review this. I gotta review this right now.
Well, to answer your question, wait, no, don't minimize me! Yeah!
Alright, time to get serious. Mega Man 11, here we come.
It's not Mega Man 11!
Mega Man Unlimited was released in 2010 after 5 grueling years in development for the PC by Megaphil X, also known as Philip Poulian. While it can be seen as a spiritual successor to Mega Man 10 in many ways, is it good enough to be considered unofficially part of the Mega Man series? Strap on that Mega Buster and let's get blasting, cause the Blue Bomber is back. I shouldn't need to cover Mega Man, but if you need a brief overview, head to my Mega Man 3 review for the core understanding of the character. Today, we'll be primarily focused on Mega Man Unlimited. What works, what doesn't, and where it stands. As the game begins, we see, yep, an exploding city. However, I will say that the city looks much bigger than what we're normally used to seeing from past cutscenes in prior iterations. 8 robots are wreaking havoc on the city, but Dr. Wily seems to be truly baffled. Considering his past history, I'm extremely skeptical, but sure, I'll play along. A mysterious figure appears and kidnaps Dr. Wily, prompting the Blue Bomber to give chase. I love the title screen. It really casts a cloud of doom over Mega Man's future. The story kept me engaged to find out what happens next, and it fit with a typical Mega Man title made by Capcom. While I enjoyed the presentation throughout the game's cutscenes, I felt like something was slightly off with the art style at times. It's certainly clean and simplistic enough to mirror past Capcom-developed games in the franchise, but there's something off about the visuals here, even after artist Keiji Inafune took a back seat regarding remaking the classic games, most Robot Master designers really tried to mirror his style. Luckily, after hitting start, I was hit with a wave of nostalgia as a brand new Mega Man experience was ready and waiting. Going into the options, I was able to easily sync the game to my 15-year-old PlayStation 2 controller to PC adapter. No fiddling with joy to key here. There's filtering options, along with music adjustments, cutscene length choices, and more. There's even an option to change your Mega Buster. If you prefer playing with just the pea shooter similar to the first 3 games in the series, you can give yourself an added challenge, or turn the Mega Buster on and prepare to get charging. You can tell this game's focus was put purely on nitpicky fans like me, because the Buster's charge sound effect begins to fade while charging to leave room for the music to play. I've wanted Capcom to do this for years with the series, and it's really great that we finally received this option in such a well-made fan game. First, let's talk about the bosses themselves. Here we have the standard 8 Robot Master options to choose from, and they're all fairly non-conventional this time around. Jetman, Tankman, Nailman, Trinitro Man, Glue Man, Rainbow Man, Comet Woman, and Yo-Yo Man. First off, I'm really glad that a female Robot Master made it back into the series. And wait, Nitro Man? Well, interestingly enough, it was supposed to be Nitro Man, but it was changed since Mega Man 10 came out during the development of this game, and that title had a Nitro Man in it. More or less to not step on Capcom's toes too much. While I think there's a great variety of color choices with these Robot Masters, some bosses feel like their design is a little bit too simplistic, specifically Nailman and Glue Man. I also, again, have to bring up that while it's clear the developers had some unique ideas for Robot Masters, the art design on some feels too simplistic and not bulky enough. If you compare the robot designs from previous titles, here we have sprites that feel a bit too small to be as menacing, intimidating, and formidable as typical bosses throughout the series. I'd say Tankman and Rainbow Man are my least favorite visually, with Comet Woman, Trinitro Man, and Jetman feeling the most compatible with the other entries. Moving beyond design, I can confirm that this game plays fantastic. At no point while controlling Mega Man did I feel that this game was too far away from the real thing. Plus, I cannot praise the creators enough for putting the slide back into Mega Man games. Seriously, Capcom, stop with the Mega Man 2 fanboy navel-gazing and bring the series back to its proper evolution, for crying out loud. The slide and optional Mega Buster return to top form. Even Rush comes back with Rush Jet and Rush Coil. Though it's the Rush Jet from Mega Man 4 where you can only move up and down while it auto-scrolls forward. I would have preferred an all-range Rush Jet, but it works for the levels it's intended for. Speaking of Rush Jet and Rush Coil, I feel like I use these way more often in this game than any other Mega Man. I feel like the developer really wanted to make Rush a more frequently used tool, and I applaud them for this decision. Sadly, Rush Marine doesn't make a return, but I don't think we really needed it to begin with.
Sorry, I just get so heated about this topic. I mean, why go back to Mega Man 2 and reverse everything that was done with the entire series? What's next? Are you gonna take the pointless score system from Mega Man 1? I mean, Capcom, it's about evolution, not de-evolution.
Level design and environments are stellar in Mega Man Unlimited, but despite my praise, let me warn you that this game is very difficult. Take for example Trinitro Man's level, which has exploding platforms that are triggered when shot. Mega Man Unlimited has some really intelligent enemy placement and unique designs. To give just one example, I was impressed by these sticky round baddies. When shot at with just the pea shooter, they keep your shots and then distribute them back out as attacks based on where on their body they were attached. This can actually help take out other enemies if you play your shots correctly. As a Mega Man veteran, I can confirm that some of the mechanics introduced threw me for a loop pretty frequently. You'll certainly have moments where you'll be frustrated, but throughout the entire time it'll make you want to fight on. From the intense difficulty of the Wily stages thanks to heavy gravity platforming, as well as Rainbow Man's throwback energy bars from Quick Man's level, there are mechanics both new and old that will definitely give fans a tough time. The store makes a return in Mega Man Unlimited, and you'll definitely be taking advantage of the extra 1-ups, energy and weapon tanks, as well as the automatic refill add-on, which is honestly one of my favorite Mega Man items within the past 30 years. Beat the Bird is also back, and I think it's really funny that he can save Mega Man from pits, but he really struggles returning him to platforms. And Eddie, well, he's still Eddie. There's also the introduction of 4 mini E-tanks that you can pick up to get a single full E-tank. And while I appreciated this novelty, it wore off quick when I collected enough screws to hop into the store and just buy a full E-tank. And there are plenty of chances to collect screws in this game. They are spread out all over the place, and enemies drop them way more frequently than in previous games. I would have liked to see a bit more from the side characters in this game. Sure, there's a brief bit with Bass and Proto Man, but Roll is once again in a supportive, role.
I swear I didn't plan that.
I mean, I've always thought it would be awesome if Dr. Light turned Roll into a super fighting robot like her brother Rock, maybe like to save him if Wily captured him.
Hey Capcom, feel free to steal that idea, by the way.
Going through the stages, there are some branching paths that are pretty well hidden. Some are accessible with Tank Man's weapon, but this game puts a big focus on replay value by adding in the search for 4 letters. When you collect the letters, it spells out Yoku. Yoku is actually a 9th robot master that has a whole new unlockable stage. I must warn you though that this stage was extremely difficult, and I must have been attempting to beat it for about 3 to 4 hours on just one stage. It runs you through a gauntlet of disappearing blocks, spikes, false walls, robots that create false blocks, and more. Most of the basic enemies are really creative and fit with the levels quite well. I especially love Jetman's level with this little business guy who's super twitchy and has a briefcase full of tiny bad guys that burst open. The game also makes great use of some of the weapons that you get from Robot Masters. I scratched my head for a while at how to get up this ladder in this Wily level until I realized Glue Man's weapon could provide a temporary platform for me to jump on. Very creative. After defeating the 8 Robot Masters, you move on to Wily's castle, which has been supposedly destroyed, and the internal environments kind of reflect this. I don't want to spoil much more of the game and its story, so I'll hold off, but just know that it may not necessarily be as predictable as you think it is. There's also tons of cool stuff to do after you finish the game, like an endless mode, as well as a whole new extra boss and level, Whirlpool Man. No Mega Man review would be complete without discussing the music, and Megaman Unlimited has some of the most memorable Mega Man music that I've heard in a long time. In all honesty, it easily destroyed 7 and 8 soundtracks in my opinion, and it stands up there with Mega Man 3, 6, and 9 as some of the most memorable the series has to offer. Plan on rocking out to these melodies for a long time. If you enjoyed the music from Mega Man 9, you'll definitely dig what Unlimited has to offer. Mega Man Unlimited is possibly one of the best fan video games ever made, and is easily one of the best classic Mega Man fan game experiences. If we never see another classic Mega Man game made, we can take solace in the fact that MegaPhilX and his development team have crafted a game by fans for fans. While some of the art design on the Robot Masters and cutscenes is questionable, the game makes necessary drastic improvements by keeping up with the evolution of the series, and despite this, it remains familiar enough to be considered so good it could be canon, or at least in my opinion. With rockin' tunes and unique Robot Masters, Mega Man Unlimited is something that every fan of the series should check out. Just do yourself a favor and grab some blood pressure medication, as this game is going to try your patience.
What a great game.
Ooh, thanks, Mike. I didn't know how long you'd leave me down there. It was so cold and lonely.
Well, Matt, I gotta say, I'm glad I watched your video. You've shown me that there are talented fan developers out there that really want to make something special.
Anytime, Mike. Well, if you don't mind, I need to finish going over the rest of these fan games for this video.
No problem, Matt. By the way, I gotta ask. I know you're playing Sonic Forces and all. In the creator character, I was just wondering, can you make Crystal from Star Fox? And what kind of outfits are we talking here? Bikini cave girl, pseudo dominatrix, hot dog costume? You know, the basic fantasies involving Crystal? Matt? Matt? Hello? Oh well, maybe he'll make a video about it.
Thanks so much to Matt Ezero, aka the LJN Defender, aka Cygnus Destroyer, for taking part in this video. Please check out his channel and the links below. You can check out his Sonic Forces review, as well as the original Mega Man Fan Games 2 video. Thank you to the following patrons. Your support means the world to me. Want more Dude You Haven't Played This Game? Make sure to stay subscribed to the channel and check out these videos enclosed below. As always, thanks for watching.